What's up, ladies and gents? Sinister1, your host, and welcome to my reaction to the brand new 30 minutes of Resident Evil Village footage. I will go through this, talk about it as we kind of find out what's going on in this brand new 30 minutes of footage. Don't forget to leave a like, and of course, spoilers ahead. Obviously, this is the beginning of the game, so if you don't want to be spoiled, click away.
About damn time. What's your status? Is the package safe?
What are you talking about? Where's Chris Redfield? And Rose?
Who is this? This is a secure channel. You are not authorized.
Fuck.
Alright, so I've tried my best to stay away from any information of kind of what's going on in the story, what's been happening. So as far as I know, you were playing as Ethan Winters, which is the protagonist from the previous game, Resident Evil 7. We heard Chris Redfield there, so he's going to obviously play a bit into the story as well. I'm not sure where Ethan's wife is. If you've played Resident Evil 7, then of course you know about her. I do kind of know a few things or whatnot, but I'm just trying to stay away from any types of spoilers and stuff because I want to be able to enjoy it just like you all do. So I'm looking at this for the first time and seeing exactly what it is. I believe this is the very beginning of the game when the game actually starts. I'm not 100% sure. But as you can see, they're building up that suspense like Resident Evil series has always done in the past. And this is exactly how they should. From what everyone is saying that have played it, it plays a lot like Resident Evil 4 mixed with Resident Evil 7. So a little bit more action, I guess, than Resident Evil 7. But a lot of the suspense and thrills from Resident Evil 4. So I'm really looking forward to that, setting up the environments, the slow movements and stuff like that. I always love, you know what, this is first person, and a lot of people don't like Resident Evil first person, but I kind of like how they got both of them going. They're keeping with the originals and the remakes that they're doing and keeping it third person, but with the new ones, they're going first. And I like the differences. You can actually see the differences between the third person and first, and I really enjoy it. Kind of brings you into the immersion a little bit more when you're first person, of course. So clearly this is the village. Again, this is a reaction video, so I'm just going to be talking over bits and stuff. I apologize if I'm ruining any, silent moments you guys would like to hear. Immersion-wise, you can find this footage out there, obviously, with no commentary. But I love how they set up every single moment and make you think something's going to happen. How he slowly opens, that, and it makes you feel like, oh, something's about to happen. You've got blood on the floor. Obviously, it's leading to, looks like a basement type of area. You can hear the noises outside. Of course, for those of us that know anything, I've played the demo of, I guess, the thing that takes place a little bit after this. Because I'm guessing we didn't play the very, very intro. This, I guess, is the very intro. But what we played in the Village demo was kind of like, I guess, a little bit into the game itself. But if this is true, and this is the very, very beginning, it kind of just leads you in there. You don't even know what the heck is going on. I'm guessing you're going to get your memory back, or you're going to figure out why you were even there. I don't know yet. This is obviously being played on the PlayStation 5, or it could be being played on the PlayStation 4. I'm not sure. Oh, that is nasty. Man, everything looks so realistic and lifelike too. I really, you got to hand it to Capcom. They've done a great job at really keeping up with the times. I mean, they've got Resident Evil 4 VR, they've got Resident Evil 4 Remake, and they've got Resident Evil 8 Village. So, I mean, there's a lot of great things coming from Capcom here over the next 2 years, probably. Or 3 years, depending on how long it takes for Resident Evil 4 Remake to come out. I do like how the bushes there, they kind of move out of the way for you. I think every game should have that. If you're going to be in an environment such as this, you're going to need interaction with everything around you to make it feel even more immersive. I'm not sure if you actually if your feet make any indentions in the snow. That's something that they was done really, really well in the Uncharted games, even way back in Uncharted 2. And just look at this.
Where the hell am I?
So clearly he doesn't even know what's going on or where he is. Some type of amnesia. Obviously, gives you that... It's almost like that original Resident Evil 4 vibe, where you were in that big castle, what felt like a mansion kind of thing, in the original footage of Resident Evil 4, which I actually have a video of me playing that original demo, which is pretty cool. But you can just see the atmosphere just kind of like being thrust upon you. Looks like there's something you could probably read on that door to the left there. It's always spooky when doors open and close by themselves. Yet, as a video gamer, we run into the room. I always wondered why... I wish they would have made it more believable when there's a box you need to break. Instead of putting that yellow all over it, I just never thought that was... If you're trying to go for an immersive game, why would you create these boxes that have this yellow thing on them so you know it's a box that you can break into? You can make it known that it's a box that you can break into by using a mechanic other than coloring it, with yellow paint. All right, so we got the classic, first aid spray. Well, it's not really a spray, I guess. In Resident Evil 7, they introduced like a liquid form where you pour it on your arm or something, and then all of a sudden you're healed. And then I can attest that it's pretty much the same way as it is in the demo. Uh-oh. Okay, you know something's going to happen. I wish you didn't have to press something to open. I wish you could just walk forward and it just automatically happen instead of having to script the situation.
No, friendly.
How did he not get shot?
Who sent you?
Nobody. There was an accident down the road. What's going on?
Wow, look at the detail on that old man. His eyes are like, I don't want to be here right now.
Oh, no. They're coming.
Who is? What the hell was that?
Do you have a gun?
What?
Please tell me you have a gun.
No, why would I?
Take it! Take it!
All right, now we're in a different area, it looks like. It kind of, I guess this is just taking like little portions of the game, I guess. It's probably in the same area, but just a different location. Herbs are back. And if I'm not mistaken, you mix two things together in order to get to make the liquid, I guess. Okay, yeah, it'll show us here. So yeah, so you mix the herb and the chemical fluid, yep, and then you were able to get a first aid. So that classic inventory, we hear those sounds that we've had in the games for such a long time. Although it's set up a little differently. It looks a little different than it did before. And just as before, like even in Resident Evil 2, man, they started doing this where you would pick up the bolt cutters. It's probably the same assets from Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 2. They all use the same assets over and over. Okay, so we're back in that same room again. This is where whatever happened just happened. So clearly there's a hole in the wall now, which tells me that either... I think it's the Lycans. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the wolves. Someone either came in, maybe took the old man or something like that, and then you got knocked out. I'm not sure. They created a ruckus there. You can't go back. Atmospheric-wise, man, this game is going to be on point. And I do plan on doing streams and a walkthrough for this one because I want to be able to complete it on the hardest setting with a walkthrough, which I know is going to be tough. Oh, I wonder if it's that same guy that he was just talking to right there, being pulled through. But of course, in Resident Evil fashion, why don't we go towards what just happened? Okay, this looks like it's clearly in the same house that we were just in. Just heading up to the attic. How is grass growing in the attic? Oh, yeah. All right, looks like we're getting right into the action now. That kind of reminds me of the Resident Evil 4 moment right there. Alright, so he must have already picked up the shotgun somewhere else, because I didn't see him pick up a shotgun there. He just picked up shells. And it looks so good. Now, see the pulsating on the sides? I wonder if he's taking a little bit of damage, and that proves the damage that he has taken. I mean, you can barely see it on the sides. It's like a red pulsating. Yep, I've been here before. This is that how you get into the castle.
Leads to the castle.
So this you've pretty much seen on my channel already as far as what you need to do. But it's a very interesting section. Although I never did that. I never actually looked up there because I only had 30 minutes, so I just went straight into that area off to the left here. So once you get in here, you'll get the first piece of puzzle. Let's see if it's actually still there. Yep, it still is. So nothing, I guess, has changed from the demo. Looks like typewriters are back. The question is, do we need an ink ribbon maybe on the harder difficulties or not? Be interesting if you have to do... Okay, ooh, we get a picture of the map here. I never actually looked at the map when I did the demo. When you only have 30 minutes, you tend to forget a lot of things because you're trying to see as much as possible, but then you forget to look at other aspects. Like, I never even went into that building on the left there. So here's the thing about this section. The first time you play it, you have no idea that you can just go past them all. I mean, it's yes, you can take them out, but you waste a lot of ammunition and whatnot. So your best bet is to just go past it and go to the next area. Yeah, see, I never came... Ooh! Oh, I missed this. I never came in here. Missed out on gunpowder. A mine. Man, you gotta be thorough, man. You're trying to be as thorough as you can with 30 minutes, though. Oh, wow, he skipped all of that. He's going right into the castle.
Nothing but blood and death.
So he didn't show any of the village part that we normally got to see. So this, I wonder if this is where it's going to take us in the next demo. If the castle, this is like the start of it. That would be my guess, because a week after this premieres, the castle section, then you can do village and castle, and you get 60 total minutes. So I'm guessing you get 60 minutes to get as far through both sections as you can.
Entertaining thorns. Furthermore, I can show you that you entrust the mortal to
Oh, that is creepy.
my daughters and I shall live with you.
I want to see.
Okay, something's happened to his hand already. Looks like he's missing a finger.
Where?
You mean you'll screw around with it in private? Where's the fun in that? Give them to me, and I'll put on a show that everybody can enjoy.
Oh, so gauche. What do we care for bread and circuses?
No way!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
So he's given him an opportunity to escape. Interesting. I guess he likes the hunt.
3, 2, 1.
Ah, Jesus Christ!
Oh,
That's right. Run for your life.
reminds me of that kind of almost like that graveyard leading in to the church in Resident Evil 4. I really do get the feeling of it being very cold and snowy right there. The Duke.
I've been waiting for you, Mr. Winters.
How do you know my name?
Anyone who is anyone has heard of the likes of you. A hero searching for his daughter. Though I must say, that castle arouses suspicion.
Yeah, and so do you.
I am but a humble merchant.
Here?
Oh, forgive my manners. Call me the Duke. Now to business. Weapons, ammunition, healing salves, anything you desire, I can provide.
Why does he look like he's floating? I could have swore it looked like he just floated up a little bit.
Well then, feel free to peruse.
Now, I do like the look of this, of the way that they set this up, though. But nothing is going to be as iconic as "What you
have enough
boyin',
firepower? I can now offer
stranger?"
an
You
expanded
know.
weapon modification service.
But I do like how they brought this back. This is definitely Resident Evil 4 heavily inspired, for sure.
I'm buying this because of our relationship, you know.
Ammunition, tonics, mines, all that stuff looks like it's
Yes, I can
purchasable.
see why you'd be interested in that. Please come again.
I'm guessing you'll be able to extend your inventory as well, as far as like the slots you have open to you. Probably you can only have 4 equipped at once, though. It's going through the front door, huh? Okay, the flower sword ball is what you need in order to do this puzzle. Guys, I'm going to straight up tell you, man, I suck at puzzles. Although these types of puzzles I wouldn't be that bad at. But other puzzles, environmental puzzles and stuff, man, I have a lot of work I need to do. I've never been good at puzzles in games like these. But this one seems to be like my type of puzzle. where you need to tilt the castle left and right in order to be able to move the ball over to the right, I guess. It sounds like I can hear someone walking. You could be being chased at this point by that big tall lady. F2 rifle. Love the animations for it. And actually the scope looks pretty good. I've always felt that Resident Evil 7, and I'm going to also say from what I played Resident Evil 8, I'm not a big fan of the aiming system. I'm just not. It's too much sway in your character. I know they're trying to go for a more realistic thing, but it's so much more tough to actually aim at something. It's like, I don't know what it is. You know, I only see out of one eye, but it's really hard for me to see when you're aiming down sights of a pistol and you just got that tiny little ball to look at. I wish we could get just like a bigger emblem for visually impaired people such as myself. Obviously, it's not a problem if you don't aim down sights. You have that little crosshair right there. But I don't know. Just see what I mean right there? When you aim down, you only get the crosshair when... Doesn't look like it takes too much to take those types of enemies out, though. But this is on the standard difficulty. Got the witches from Hocus Pocus here. Ooh.
Man blood. Mother, I bring you fresh prey.
You are so kind to me, daughters.
Of course, what everyone is talking about, the lady herself.
Let's take a look at him.
So many memes.
Well,
So
Ethan
many memes.
Winters, you escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you? Let's see how special you are.
Yes, Mother.
I think everyone's going to be pretty upset when they realize that she's only the first boss in a long line of bosses, because I think everyone pretty much wants her to be the final boss.
Starting to go a little stale.
Then let's devour his man-flesh quickly, Mother.
I am the one who captured him.
Now, daughters. First, I must inform Mother Miranda.
It is going to be nice. It's going to be fun. Obviously, she's going to be chasing you throughout the castle. So it's going to remind you a lot of like Resident Evil 2 and 3 with the Nemesis chasing you around. So it's going to be interesting. Okay, so one thing I can make a note of is that the original demo that I played back a few months ago, you actually went the opposite direction. Even though you weren't playing as Ethan, you were playing as just someone captured. You were going into this room and then into the area we were at just now, as opposed to in the game, you're actually going the opposite direction, which is a little interesting. Okay, so you can shoot things like that, like I said, just like Resident Evil 4. I wonder if you can sell that probably at the merchant, at the Duke. And of course, it looks like there's probably going to be a little puzzle here of some sort. Of course, they're not going to give it away, though. I really do hope they have a lot of cutscenes in the game because I really want to get to know what story they're trying to develop here. I'm someone who enjoys story in games so much. I love gameplay, but I think, in my opinion, gameplay is just as important as story is. Story and gameplay are both hand to hand when I play video games. Oh, man, I get such Freddy Krueger vibes when she does that. That looks so good. And, of course, they must have turned the music off because there's literally no music going on during this entire thing. Either that or they really want you just to be immersed without the music. But it's that classic bait and switch. Get her to go one way so you can go the other. That type of gameplay is going to be can be hard, definitely. But she's so tall and she moves so slow that I'm thinking hopefully you'll be able to get by her without too much trouble. But you might have to do timed puzzles. And if you have to deal with other enemies at the same time, that's going to make it tough when she is still chasing you throughout this whole thing. Now, it also looks like when you craft, you are actually pausing the game, so no crafting on the fly. Oh. And of course, she's right there following.
Cassandra, come here now. Enough games. I want that man's head. Now go.
Of course, Mother.
And of course, this was also part of the demo area.
Mother said sail, but I can delicious.
So far, I mean, my impressions are I'm going to love this game. I mean, Resident Evil walkthroughs have done very well on my channel in the past, so I plan on doing the same, giving you guys that nice challenge, trying to make it as immersive as possible, but during the stream, we'll be learning it for the first time, going through it, messing up, and it's going to be fun. I really think it's going to be, look at that, so cool. I really think it's going to be awesome. Well, there you go, ladies and gents. It looks like that's the end of the 30-minute demo that was showed off, I guess, that all the press got. So I wanted to do my reaction to it. Let me know what you guys think of the Resident Evil 8 or Resident Evil Village in the comments below. And, of course, I will see you on the next one. Peace. Bitches.